Welcome to CandleLight Audiobook. The Secret Misses. Chapter 471. Before the 5 men could find a place for cover, Luna continued to pull the trigger thrice from the second floor. Bam! 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 The gunshots rang out, as if confirming the end of the lives of 3 unfortunate souls. At the same time, 3 men on the lower ground had collapsed on the floor, and their blood soon turned the floor into a bright carmine color. Outside the house, many locals quickly shut their doors and windows tight. If such a thing had happened elsewhere, panic would have ensued. But this was St. Bernard's, and they were used to it. After all, St. Bernard's was impressive for its crime rate. At this moment, only 2 armed men were left standing in the house, and they had both found a good cover. The 2 guys had calmed down from their earlier panic of being caught off guard. They were well-trained assassins after all. Even if one of them was the last man standing, he would not act like a headless chicken. Luna took the chance to fire a couple of shots and then decided to temporarily hide in the room. How could they not be back yet? Luna took a deep breath. She had already left the dark underground world for a long time, and this sudden incident was a little hard for her to adapt to instantly. Nevertheless, at least her earlier actions were all within her precise calculations, and she managed to get rid of 4 people. To be honest, Luna understood clearly in her heart that she had to thank that special cartoon figures, or else, she might not have even noticed the well-trained assassins breaking in. If that was so. Had she not, the consequences would be unimaginable. Now, there were 2 more assassins left. For Luna, they should not be too much of a problem. Very quickly, Luna found the main control panel of the building and chose to turn it off. Instantly, the house turned pitch black, as if they were in the darkest peak of the night. The entire world seemed as if it had fallen into a deafening silence. There was not a single sound. The 2 remaining men below were very careful too. They chose not to make a move immediately, but quietly waited for their chance instead. Several days before, they received this assassination mission and were already prepared to fail. After all, their assassination target had a reputation within their circle. The temptation of money had done them in. They knew that there was a tiger within this mountain, and yet they had walked right in. It was too late to regret now that their presence had already been noticed by that person. The chances of escaping from that person's hands was practically nil, so they could only fight with their lives. Maybe there was a ray of hope to leave alive. Cold sweat soaked the 2 men's entire bodies, but they did not have any anxiety or worry on their faces. Well-trained professional assassins were prepared for such situations. Every day, they walked the borders of St. Bernard's and practically smeared blood on their knives to make sales with their brains. A situation like today's had happened to them countless of times before. Looking on from the second floor, Luna did not make any moves either. Before this, she had some luck as an advantage, but now, the remaining 2 assassins were already much more alert. A moment later, Luna took the broken cartoon figure from the table and switched it on, then threw it to the floor. She had to say that the cartoon figure seemed to be a high-quality customized one. Even if it were thrown down from the second floor, it did not break easily. Ahahaha, I think you guys are antis. Suddenly, the dead silence was disrupted by the sound of the cartoon figure's insults echoing throughout the building. Chapter 472. Ahahaha, I think you guys are antis. You're such fragile beings, broken by a single touch. As the cartoon figure's ridicule rang, the 2 assassins were stunned for a moment, but they still kept their patience and did not make a move. Idiots, this is a place that even the gods dare not step foot in. You have come looking for your own deaths instead. The cartoon figure's voice was sometimes male, sometimes female, sometimes mellow and sometimes loud, and sometimes it would pass through clearly. With just $998, I could let you guys feel so good that you can't breathe. That's weird, I feel like shooting something. I have 2 guns, one is called shoot, one is called, ah. What's that thing dripping out? The figure kept spouting out annoying insults, and Luna smiled from the second floor. Even though the dialogues came from a game, listening to the figure alone continuously felt weird, very weird. After the cartoon figure rambled on for a few minutes, one of the assassins could not handle it anymore. The ramblings from the toy were too annoying and caused them not to be able to focus on thinking about the best strategy. The man initially wanted to signal to the other guy, but because the house was plunged into complete darkness, apart from the cartoon figure that emitted a dim light, they were left blind. Damn it, I knew I should have brought my night vision glasses, the man scolded himself silently, holding his right arm out carefully to shoot the cartoon figure. Bam! A gun fired, and what came after was the painful cry of the man. He did not even have the chance to pull the trigger. The shot had come from the second floor and hit him accurately on his right hand. Their cries, how weird, the cartoon figure continued. On the second floor, Luna found the night vision glasses. She had to admit that the owner of the house was well equipped indeed. Apart from not having heavier firearms, everything else was complete. At this moment, the injured man fell to the floor and half his body was immediately exposed in the open. With the night vision glasses, she had no barriers at all. Invisibility is the deadliest power. With the cartoon figure's narration, Luna once again fired a shot with flawless precision. She immediately extinguished the life of the man who had been moaning, and the cries suddenly stopped. "And you, young man, you need a few shots." The cartoon figure's words reached the final assassin's ears and gave him a chill, as though the words were meant just for him. "Oh, my big knife has long been thirsty." The last assassin had a vicious look in his eyes as he raised the gun towards the second floor and shot numerous times. However, without the night vision glasses, he could only fire blindly. Luna was practically unthreatened by him. Gun skills ain't bad, but if you want to hit her, you'd have to wait for the next time, the cartoon figure taunted. "You remind me of my family's best milking cow. I'd like to introduce that cow to you." Damn this bloody prank. The assassin finally let the anger and fear get the best of him, and he lost his rationality as he shot towards the direction of the second floor again. This time, Luna was already prepared. Just as the assassin was getting into position to make the shot, Luna chose the perfect timing to pull the trigger with her agility and precision. Someone as handsome as I am would usually be the main character in other games. The final dialogue of the cartoon figure was the curtain call for the black-clothed assassin as he fell to the floor and took his last breath. Chapter 473. Since she did not know if the assassins had called for backup, she kept the lights turned off. With her night vision glasses on, she walked down the stairs carefully. She looked through the dead assassins' belongings to find more information about their identity. B rank. Luna mumbled in surprise. These people were B rank assassins from a group called the Sins. The history of the Sins traced way back to the end of the Middle Ages. It was a universally known rank of assassins whose existence rose to the peak during the last World War. Aside from being the forces behind powerful families, some small countries hired top assassins from the Sins as well. One exists as the Sin. The Sin exists to destroy. The world is full of sin, humiliating worldly desires. How pathetic. One shall use the power of the Sin to destroy the world. These words were known as the holiest Bible of the Sins. B-class assassins belonged to the average category among the Sins, only bested by the A-class. The person who hired B-class assassins to kill that person," said Luna as she shook her head. "They were all trying to get themselves killed. The Sins wasn't some killer organization with a complete system. It was just a list, and all the world-class assassins were listed on it. One could look up the rank of the assassin on the Sins before hiring them." Luna was having doubts about the person who had hired B-class assassins to kill that owner of the house. Someone as handsome as I am is usually the main character in games. The cartoon figurine that had been thrown to the first floor started laughing, baring its teeth and giving a thumbs up as well. Luna smiled and picked up the figurine. "You must be my lucky charm, thank you. I'm super duper cool." To which Luna replied, I doubt so. It's time to show you my real skills." Luna replied again, "Didn't you already show me just now?" "Young man, hurry, there are still treasures yet to be discovered." In the end, Luna turned off the switch on the cartoon figurine and it finally stopped blabbering. Right after she had kept the figurine on her, she heard irregular footsteps from outside the house. Luna quickly hid under the windows and tried to peek outside. There were a few men waiting outside and were looking inside the house from time to time. These people weren't assassins from The Sins, their irregular footsteps gave them away. Suddenly, a phone rang in the pocket of the man who had led the assassins. Luna swiftly went up to his body and took out his phone. A text message came in from the sender, Jeffrey, saying, "Did you get it?" Luna thought for a while, then replied with the man's phone, "Done, but we almost lost our lives this time." The phone rang again a while after. Thanks for your hard work. I'll be adding some extra to your reward. I'll have my people retreat first as they have something else on their hands. Chapter 474. Luna turned off the phone and thought that the people outside were the men Jeffrey had been talking about. Luna left the house to tail them not long after they had left. Instead of just waiting in the house, she wanted to try to find out who was this Jeffrey who hired B-class assassins to kill that person. Luna equipped herself with her lucky charm and she tailed the group of foreigners stealthily. They arrived at a villa guarded by a few men in a remote area half an hour later. Could this Jeffrey be the villa's owner? Luna mumbled to herself. If this was their main headquarters, she would be better off staying put for now. As Luna prepared to leave, she saw a man around 50 years of age getting chased out of the villa and being pushed to the ground. You bastards, this is my house. You can't do this to me. You just can't, the middle-aged man roared in agony, his eyes full of hatred. Hey, who do you think you are? You might not even see daybreak tomorrow, you idiot. Oh, my dear Lou, it's been rainy these days, how would he even see the sun? Idiots, it's a joke. You don't get my sense of humor. Get out of my house now, the middle-aged man shouted as he struggled to get up from the ground while pointing at those people. You damned old man, get lost. A young man slapped the middle-aged man's right cheek heavily. The middle-aged man fell down again. Pa! I'm going to trample you to death. A few young men started kicking the middle-aged man on the floor while using all kinds of profanity to curse him. As they were attacking the middle-aged man, Luna had already sneaked into the villa. She then realized that it was just an ordinary villa and not where Jeffrey was. After searching, she exited the villa from the main door. You old man, I'm taking your head off today. Do you actually think that you could get through the night? Ha ha ha. The boss told us to snuff your life out. Lou, where's his dog? Let me do it. Bastard, you watch too many movies. You're just looking for trouble now, laughed the young man named Lou. Ha ha ha. They suddenly saw a lady step out of the villa. Lou's men were confused. Who was this woman and why was she in the villa? You. Lady. Yes, I'm talking to you, don't look anywhere else. Look at me. Lou stopped kicking the middle-aged man and blocked Luna's path. Luna stood there expressionless. Who are you and why would you be in the villa in the first place? Lou asked as he assessed Luna, and when he saw her adorable face, he smiled maliciously. Is this your house? Luna asked him instead. What did you say? Lou's expression changed. No one had ever talked to him in such a tone. Lady, I'm Solomon's new boss, Jeffrey's brother. Lou, don't you know who I am? If you don't, I can tell you in detail in bed with me tonight. Lou said fiercely. Chapter 475. Luna was a little surprised by the man's words. So he was Jeffrey's younger brother. In the blink of an eye, the woman elbowed his face and he was scowled unhappily. What did you say earlier? I didn't hear it clearly, Luna asked Lou, who was moaning in pain. You witch, you dare to hit me? Lou covered his swollen face and glared at Luna. He then yelled at the people behind him, kill her. She's mine to bed tonight. Everyone sprung into action with Lou's roar, after being momentarily mesmerized by how swiftly Luna's perfect elbow attack had taken the tough Lou down. Lou, so do you want to kill her, or do you want to sleep with her? Can you still sleep with her if she's dead? One of the bald men asked in confusion. Damn you, Barty. Get on it now. Lou yelled angrily. Barty and his men surrounded Luna. Wait. Luna shook her head. Little miss, are you trying to beg for forgiveness? Barty yelled at her. Luna went to the side and picked up a few steel bars to give them to the people in front of her. Luna left them dumbfounded and confused. Okay, come at me. Luna clapped her hands and nodded with satisfaction. How boring if the opponents were too weak compared to her, much better now. Damn it, you're going to die. You witch, are you looking down on us? Luna was obviously provoking them, especially since they were elite members from the Solomon Group. They would not let her get away with this. Of course, the title of elite member was self-appointed. Under the leadership of the bald man, they started attacking Luna with the steel bars. Don't hit her too hard. I'm still going to sleep with her later and I don't want her performance to be affected. And don't hit her face. Lou yelled at them while looking after the middle-aged man. Right after he yelled at them, Luna gave Barty a powerful kick and he fell beside Lou, moaning in agony. Like lined-up dominoes, they all went down one by one, defeated by Luna. The steel bars were all lying haphazardly on the floor. Damn it, who is this woman? She's powerful, the bald man gasped in fear. Shoot her. Barty, kill her with your gun. Lou noticed something was wrong and instructed Barty to take out the threat. Only Barty had a gun. Although Lou was Jeffrey's brother, he still did not have any say in this matter. Barty quickly took out his gun and aimed it at Luna. Luna was calm despite having a gun pointing at her. In her pocket, her hand was already grasped around her gun. She was confident that she could kill the bald man first if he did fire at her. Shoot her, Barty, you idiot. Lou yelled at him for not firing at her. The bald man was embarrassed and answered him, We're done for. I've always been afraid that I might lose the gun in a fight, so I never loaded bullets in them. Lou's men were all dumbfounded by this statement and Luna almost laughed out loud. Chapter 476. An unloaded gun? Lou launched into a tirade and cursed Baldy endlessly. Lou, I'm still the leader for our team and I have my pride as leader. How can I expect any respect from my team if you are always scolding me? Barty stared at Locke, his mouth curled downwards. Screw your pride. Lou kicked Barty. Barty backed off and fell into a punching stance. Before Lou could react, he threw a punch and hit Lou's jaw. I cannot stand you anymore, Lou. Now see for yourself what I can do. Seeing Barty's counterattack, the middle-aged man quickly got up from the floor and started hitting Lou as well. The others wanted to help Lou but Luna knocked them out with a strike of her knife-armed hand. Hey, Lou. Check out my combo punches. Barty threw his punches swiftly like rain droplets splattering onto Lou's face. A while later, Lou's face was swollen and badly bruised. Ha! Barty shouted and unleashed his final attack, gesturing like a boxing champion. He held both his hands up high and did a victory dance, pumping both hands up and down while chanting, "Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah." Luna snatched his gun away while he was celebrating his victory against Lou. Barty looked at Luna and his triumphant look soon faded. It's really not loaded. Luna laughed awkwardly, finding the bald Barty very interesting. My dear savior. I'm Zeus. Thank you for saving me, the middle-aged man said in excitement. I'm the boss of Solomon and I was betrayed by my second-in-command, Jeffrey. If it hadn't been for you, I wouldn't live to see tomorrow. Hey, to the most useless boss in history, midnight has just passed. You wouldn't have lived till today without her, Barty told him seriously. Luna was speechless as she did not expect that she would accidentally save a gang leader. It was probably because the boss and his henchmen were so useless that she had thought that this unheard gang was just a group of people fooling around. She only found out some time later how big of an influence the Solomon had, and that the middle-aged Zeus in front of her was one of the weakest leaders amongst all of the previous bosses. However, currently Luna was focused on the safety of a particular person, so she quickly told them, You guys, bring me to Jeffrey. Jeffrey is ruthless. Going to him now is like looking for your own death. Barty shook his head. Luna shot him a threatening stare and he quickly said, "I think you'll be fine though. I'll bring you there." Zeus thought for a while and said, "I know of a shortcut that can reach directly into the heart of his base, follow me." They reached a manor in the outskirts half an hour later. Apparently, Jeffrey was here. That's weird, no one's guarding the area. Could it be a trap? Zeus doubted. Luna did not give it much thought and she went straight inside the manor. She was not sure if the person that Jeffrey sent assassins to kill was safe, and where that person was. Inside the big manor, there were 13 armed muscular men patrolling around. As Luna was coming up with a plan, an odd sound came from above. A helicopter appeared on top of the manor. All the armed men in the manor were on alert. As she looked from afar, Luna saw a voluptuous woman with brown-colored hair in a tight black suit. The woman used a rope to disembark the helicopter. Luna was surprised to see the woman as she did not expect that the person she had been waiting for all night long would make her entry in such a grand way. Chapter 477. Third. Just as Luna wanted to yell out and start running towards the woman, she saw a few heavily armed men leaving the helicopter as well. Luna quickly shouted at Barty and the useless boss Zeus, "Run." The moment they reached a safe place, the air was filled with sounds of machine guns rattling and people screaming. Luna hid in the shadows and sweat poured off her. If she had reacted even a second later, she would have died. The scene was dead silent 10 minutes later. Needless to say, Jeffrey and his men were all dead. Barty and the useless boss were in deep shock. Had it not been for Luna, they would have been long dead. After the sound of gunshots had faded, Luna could not help but run towards the woman. Before she could give her a hug, a strong punch welcomed her. Luna evaded the deadly punch with a backhand spring. More and more attacks came after the punch, not giving her any time to catch her breath. Through their exchange of attacks, Luna did not have any chance to counter them. She could only defend and evade the whole time. The opponent stepped up her game. She was still just testing Luna earlier, but now she wanted to end her life with every strike, attacking her with even fiercer attacks. Luna was in an awkward position as she wanted to speak a few times, but there were no openings at all. If she lost focus even for a brief moment, it would cost her fatal consequences. After a long while, Luna had reached her physical strength limit and her shoulder was hit by a powerful fist, causing it to flare in pain. A minute later, the opponent was choking her throat and it felt like her neck was about to break. At that moment Luna quickly yelled, "Third senior sister." The opponent released her grip when she heard Luna's voice. The woman was being doubtful. "Who are you?" "Me. It's me. I'm Luna. Third." Just as Luna wanted to yell out and start running towards the woman, she saw a few heavily armed men leaving the helicopter as well. Luna quickly shouted at Barty and the useless boss Zeus, "Run." The moment they reached a safe place, the air was filled with sounds of machine guns rattling and people screaming. Luna hid in the shadows and sweat poured off her. If she had reacted even a second later, she would have died. The scene was dead silent 10 minutes later. Needless to say, Jeffrey and his men were all dead. Barty and the useless boss were in deep shock. Had it not been for Luna, they would have been long dead. After the sound of gunshots had faded, Luna could not help but run towards the woman. Before she could give her a hug, a strong punch welcomed her. Luna evaded the deadly punch with a backhand spring. More and more attacks came after the punch, not giving her any time to catch her breath. Through their exchange of attacks, Luna did not have any chance to counter them. She could only defend and evade the whole time. The opponent stepped up her game. She was still just testing Luna earlier, but now she wanted to end her life with every strike, attacking her with even fiercer attacks. Luna was in an awkward position as she wanted to speak a few times, but there were no openings at all. If she lost focus even for a brief moment, it would cost her fatal consequences. After a long while, Luna had reached her physical strength limit and her shoulder was hit by a powerful fist, causing it to flare in pain. A minute later, the opponent was choking her throat and it felt like her neck was about to break. At that moment Luna quickly yelled, "Third senior sister." The opponent released her grip when she heard Luna's voice. The woman was being doubtful. Who are you? Me. It's me. I'm Luna. Luna? The woman released her instantly. When Luna finally could catch her breath, she bent over and coughed. Third senior sister, you're brutal. I haven't seen you for so long and the first thing you do is try to kill me. The woman was surprised by Luna's appearance and her cold expression turned into excitement and joy as she hugged Luna tightly. Oh my. Luna. You're really Luna. I couldn't recognize you in a girl's outfit. Oh, my Luna, you're so cute in a girl's outfit. How adorable, let me hug you. Cough, sis, I'm getting suffocated by your boobs. Although it might be the dream of many men, but I don't want to die yet. That's mean, you little kid. The woman let her and shyly said, oops, I mean little girl. I was just thinking who it was that dared to attack me from behind. I didn't expect it to be you. The woman released her instantly. When Luna finally could catch her breath, she bent over and coughed. Third senior sister, you're brutal. I haven't seen you for so long and the first thing you do is try to kill me. The woman was surprised by Luna's appearance and her cold expression turned into excitement and joy as she hugged Luna tightly. Oh my. Luna. You're really Luna. I couldn't recognize you in a girl's outfit. Oh, my Luna, you're so cute in a girl's outfit. How adorable, let me hug you. Cough, sis, I'm getting suffocated by your boobs. Although it might be the dream of many men, but I don't want to die yet. That's mean, you little kid. The woman let her and shyly said, oops, I mean little girl. I was just thinking who it was that dared to attack me from behind. I didn't expect it to be you. Chapter 478. Third senior sister, even if you couldn't recognize me just now, aren't you familiar with my fighting style? Luna asked. The way you evaded me was quite familiar, but how would I know you were one of us? I don't recall anyone that sucked so badly, the woman said as a matter of factly. Luna had nothing to defend herself with, so she whined, senior sister, can't you be a bit more considerate? You cheeky little girl, what's up with you? Even though you sucked back then, you could still hold your ground for quite some time against me, but now you can't even last for a while. Your posture's bad and your knees are weak. You haven't been training in the past year, have you? If Master knew about this, your leg would have been broken by now. Rachel scolded her. Luna touched her nose and said sadly, I'm too busy, there's no time. A handsome, tall man from Rachel's team walked over and stared at Luna with interest. Hey, Rachel, who's this little bunny? Rachel kicked him. Get lost. You're the bunny. This is my junior sister. Don't you dare have any funny ideas or I'll break your third leg. The man quickly ran away while covering his crotch. Rachel gave them a threatening stare and then returned to the conversation with Luna. So, how has it been going? Is it fun being a celebrity? It's pretty interesting. You can act as a side character next time. Luna smiled brightly at her. Rachel brushed her hair. You little fella, you always have so little patience. One day, you're doing this and another day you're doing that. When you said that you were going into acting, I thought you were just being curious and would be back after a few days. Who knew that you'd leave for a whole year? I was afraid that I wouldn't leave you if I saw you. Luna smiled cheekily. Rachel rolled her eyes, then asked her, right, I haven't asked you yet, but why are you here? Luna sighed, it's a long story, I was waiting for you at your home, but coincidentally there was someone there to assassinate you and I was worried about you. After I settled them, I followed the henchmen and eventually I got here, saw you and you almost killed me. Rachel quickly gave her another tight hug. She asked her while patting her head, is there anything urgent that you need me for? Luna took her to a quiet corner before she continued, third senior sister, I need a favor from you, please help me. What is it? I'll surely help you. Senior sister, can you help me find out more about a person? Find a person? Easy. No matter who it is, I'll get you everything you need about that person. Satan. Who? I said, I need information on Satan. Rachel reluctantly broke the promise she just made. I can't. Luna begged her, third senior sister, please. Only you can help me now. Rachel's expression darkened. Why do you want to know so much about that person? I just need it. Luna continued begging. Rachel held her temples in frustration. It's not that I don't want to help you, but I can't do anything about it. If you really want to know, why not ask him personally? Chapter 479. Would I still need your help if I could ask him directly? Then go and ask your first senior brother. Rachel wanted to push the burden away. He would never tell me. Third senior sister, please. Help me. I know you love me the most. Luna begged persistently. Rachel could not stand it anymore. Damn it, where did you learn to act this way? Did your personality change along with your outfit as well? No wonder you insisted on not wearing a girl's outfit the last time. If those dudes from your organization see this, they'd have eaten you alive. I'm only doing this for you, third senior sister. Rachel was helpless. Fine, my loss, I'll help you on this, but don't get your hopes up. You know how secretive this person's background is. Besides, you need to give me a lead to start with. Luna thought for a while and wrote 3 words on Rachel's palm with her finger. Rachel's brows raised. Lu Tingxiao, the powerful business overlord in China? Luna nodded. Yes, I want to know if he has any relationship with Satan. Why would the both of them be related? And what's your relationship to Lu Tingxiao? Rachel was doubtful. Luna carefully phrased her words. Not much. The company I'm affiliated with now is under the Lu Corporation and he's my boss. That's all? Rachel squinted her eyes, not believing Luna at all. A voice came through from afar. Xiao Xiao. We need to go now. Say goodbye to your little bunny. Rachel looked a little sad. I'm sorry, my dear, I have to go now. Luna was not all that happy as well. Be careful. Oh, right. There's another important thing, wait. As Rachel entered the plane, she took out her phone and snapped a picture of Luna. Ha 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 ha, little junior sister in a girl's outfit, I'm going to show the seniors. Luna was speechless. It was just a girl's outfit. Leader Barty and the useless boss of Solomon Zeus only came out after Rachel's bunch had left. You know that woman? Barty had fear written all over his face. Zeus was really shocked as well and said, you called her your third senior sister. If I'm not wrong, that woman is one of the A-class assassins on the sin list. Mission accomplished. She had no more reason to stay here and she had had enough of what had happened tonight. She left immediately, ignoring the both of them. Zeus quickly went up and shouted, Boss. Boss, where are you going? Luna was shocked and almost fell down. Who are you calling boss? You, of course. Huh? Zeus knelt down on one knee and said in a serious tone, thank you for saving me and killing Jeffrey. Solomon praises the strong ones, only you're worthy to be Solomon's new boss. Funny how he could say that they praised the strong ones. Luna let out a yawn. Sorry, not interested. She did not care what Zeus said afterward and she left, waving her hands. Back at the hotel where she stayed, Luna lay on the bed after a shower. While she felt tired, she could not sleep at all. Tonight reminded her of guns and blood, and she felt fearful that she might not have left her old ways of living. Luna brushed her hair and sat up to check the time on her phone. It should be daytime in China now. She opened her messenger and sent Cabbage Lou a message. Boss, I got the endorsement for Noble Perfume. As she wanted to put the phone down, a text message returned almost instantly. Congratulations. Luna felt as if she had returned to the human world after she saw the message. Another message came through again. Have you not slept or are you up too early? Luna dared not admit that she had not slept for the whole night, so she sent, I'm just up early, we'll be going to the studio to discuss some details with the director. When are you coming back? Luna reported genuinely, if things go well, the work will be done in 2 days and after that, I want to go shopping, so I'll be back about 3 days later. Stacy had something urgent to do so she'll leave first the day after tomorrow. Okay, all the best. Luna felt a little sleepy after messaging Theo. She dozed off before work started. Chapter 480. At a 5-star hotel in Los Angeles. Helen was furious early in the morning and she yelled, "I don't care anymore. You're my manager, so you should fix this. Are you trying to embarrass me? I've already told Emma I got the endorsement." The manager said helplessly, "Helen, I've been utilizing all my networks and doing all I could since they released the result. Cook isn't just the director of this advertisement, he is also currently the art director of Noble. The endorsement is totally up to him, there's nothing I can do. Why don't you contact Cook directly? It doesn't matter how much money he wants." The manager quickly advised, "Don't be reckless, Helen. Do you think I haven't thought about this? Things are different here. These foreigners don't care about money, especially an art enthusiast like Cook. I've asked his assistant. He's been completely charmed by Luna, she's his goddess muse. It's impossible to change his mind, unless..." "Unless what?" Helen quickly asked. "Unless you can be an ideal model compared to Luna in his eyes." The manager was telling the truth, but she had touched a fresh wound, so Helen exploded, "If I can do it, then what would I still need you for? Useless. Idiot. You can't even settle something like this. This is why Stacy is always above of you." The manager was really unhappy, thinking that she had been below Stacy all this time because of Helen's lack of ability. After investing so much money and resources, she still could not even win a presentable award. Suddenly the doorbell rang. The manager opened the door, surprised to see who it was. "Ms. Ning? Why are you here?" "What? Emma is here?" Helen quickly went to the door and was surprised to see Emma standing outside. "Emma, why are you here? Come in." Emma sat down on the sofa, then looked at Helen. "I've already heard about the Noble endorsement." Helen's expression froze. "I'm sorry, Emma, I messed up the opportunity that you gave me." Emma signaled for Helen to sit beside her and comforted, "Don't blame yourself, Helen, it's not your fault. You didn't want this to happen." Helen looked at her and Emma and thought of something. "Emma, why don't you go and talk to Director Cook? You gave up the auditions for me, but since things went south, we can't just let Luna have the advantage. You can surely defeat her with your talent." Emma said numbly, "It's not just about talent. Luna loves to use dirty tricks and innocent ladies like us don't stand a chance against her. It was all my fault. If I had known Luna would join the audition beforehand, I could have reminded you to be more careful." Actually, Emma did not even get through the initial audition and she had lied in order not to embarrass herself. On a side note, she could get Helen on her side by doing her a favor, striking 2 birds with 1 stone. If she went up to Cook now, she would find out about her elimination in the initial phase of the audition.